This is an image of a proposed AI data centre in North Devon that has been posted by Xlinks. But the problem is that it is very disingenuous. This image is supposed to represent the scale of the proposed AI data centre in North Devon. However, the issue is that it grossly misrepresents how massive these centres actually are. British people are rightfully upset about these data centres because they cause health issues, ecological issues, and truthfully, they're not really serving the greater good of the people, and yet they keep getting pushed on us. The actual size of the North Devon data centre will cover up to 344 hectares of land, or the size of 480 international football pitches. AI data centres are causing widespread destruction and massive concerns for health and well-being across the world. They take up colossal amounts of water, of which the bill is pushed onto local residents, and it devastates ecosystems and wildlife, which we depend upon now more than ever. These data centres use about 2% of the power globally, and the UN has estimated that AI centres could rival the basic domestic water needs of 1.3 billion people. These facilities often emit high noise levels of up to 100 decibels from cooling fans and generators, which can be right next to people's homes. And they tend to hide their building and energy regulations behind secrecy and misdirection. And that's not to mention the more serious health concerns where a Harvard Business study and other sources have accused them of causing cancer and other illnesses by emitting carcinogenic pollutants like formaldehyde and nitrogen oxides. No matter how you look at this situation with AI data centers, they really aren't good for the people. They often benefit massive global corporations and conglomerates and governments, and they're pushed onto us with this philosophy of progress and moving forward. But as we've noticed with the idea of the net zero, this now completely annihilates that philosophy and makes it so that all of the efforts of the people to be more conscientious of our recycling and the power that we use and our impact on the planet has now completely been blown out of the water because of power, money and greed. There are nearly 100 new data centres going through the pipeline here in the UK. Microsoft itself is planning 4 new centres at a total cost of £330 million, with an estimated completion between 2027 and 2029. You see, we don't need more data centres. What we need is a return of our people back to the lands that were stolen from us, because the 344 hectares that this data centre is going to take up means that everything in that area is now completely annihilated. That means the ecosystem is now being completely taken off the face of the earth. Wildlife, insects, plant species of all going to be demolished and gone, and this is at a time in humanity where we need that more than ever. Now, if you were to give those 344 hectares to 344 families, you would see that every single problem that is on planet Earth would be resolved by their custodianship of that land. If they were to plant an edible forest garden, not only would it feed them and their family, but the people around them, as well as restoring the ecosystem, the soil, wildlife, which is the animals and the species and the mammals and the insects, but it would also restore the quality of food on our plate, our sovereignty and freedom, and a future for our children. Now, upsettingly, it has become more and more evident that that isn't what our governments and corporations care about. They don't care about the future of your children, they don't care about the quality of food that is on your plate, and they certainly don't care about your freedom. So therefore, I ask you to question why this massive push of data centres is being put on the people, because I can almost guarantee that it isn't for the benefit of mankind. It isn't for our benefit. It's only going to benefit one group or class of people. You see, these data centres only ever push the digital frontier. Everything that we have to actually focus on right now is through nature and our lands. If you have made it this far in the video, please hit the subscribe button. Follow our Great Global Garden journey. It is a specific movement to get our people back onto the lands that were stolen from us, to restore every square inch of planet Earth. That means not just the United Kingdom, but all around the planet globally. So if that is something that you're passionate about, if that is something that you feel you can put your heart and soul into, then please feel free to subscribe, like this video, and comment down below how it would make you feel to be given that 2.5 acres of land. So coming back to the video, a lot of these AI data centers are funded by US tech giants like Google and Microsoft and major investment firms. A further 9 of these centers are planned in Wales, 1 in Scotland, 5 in Greater Manchester and a handful in other parts of the UK. While the data centers are mostly due for completion by 2030, isn't that interesting? The biggest single one planned would come later at £10 billion in Blyth, near Newcastle, for the American private investment and wealth management company, the Blackstone Group. So I'd just like to point out to you that it's quite interesting, isn't it, that when these corporations and governments are able to serve their own interests, they can mobilise themselves in incredible ways, in very efficient ways. Now, if we were to turn that exact power of concentration and willpower into the restoration of our planet, we would be able to do it in 1 generation. And that's also evident to the Dig for Victory campaign here in the United Kingdom from 1939 to 1942, where they got 20.1 million people growing vegetables in just 3 years. Now, I only say that to you because, of course, that was a government initiative, but if we can do it once, we can do it again. And I trust the power of the people, I trust the power of you, and I trust in this great global garden mission. So, as I've said to you before, I want to thank you very much for watching this video. Please do feel free to subscribe, like this video and comment down below. The Great Global Garden is not just our mission, it is your mission. It includes you by the very nature of its existence. So if you enjoyed this video, unfortunately it's a bit of a more dark video because of what's happening with these centres, but if you are with us and you hear the message that we're saying, please do feel free, as I've said, to subscribe. And as always, I am live every Sunday, so if you're willing to come and join us every Sunday, then please feel free to. I'll pop the times just up on the video here. And I just want to say, take care of yourself, my friends, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.